YouTube family, what's up, man? How's it going? Welcome back, welcome back. Today I want to talk about the economy and about Trump's Iran war. Like, what the fuck is he doing? And if you hear I hope you don't hear that too much, like the echoes. Trump and Iran. Trump and Iran. Sorry, let's spell it like that. So much going on, so much going on. Please like and subscribe. I'm gonna react to Piers Morgan Uncensored. He's talking about the Iran situation. Won't you
Iranians have nowhere to go, and so I cannot leave.
If you've got such freedom of speech, criticize your regime right now. Go on.
Let's give the people an entire picture of what's actually taking place on the ground and not just blow smoke up their butt.
Nine days ago, I spoke to former US National Security Advisor John Bolton about the looming possibility of a US war on Iran. In my opening monologue then, I laid out some big practical questions which had to be answered in order to make the case for war. I'm going to repeat them so that you can judge for yourself whether they've been answered now the war has begun. Is the US planning surgical...
Now Piers Morgan doing his independent journalism investigation, but I don't fall for it. He's an Israel first guy.
Strikes against specific capabilities.
Israel first guy.
Strikes against specific capabilities and powerful men? Or is this a longer, riskier, more complex operation? Is the aim to bully the current regime into compliance, or is it to change the regime altogether? The Iranian protesters don't have the guns. There's no opposition militia. So who is going to sweep in and govern a new Iran? And the biggest question most US voters are now asking, why are we doing this? Well, in my view, all of Ambassador Bolton has made the case for war on Iran for at least 25 years, and he joins me now, hopefully, with some answers. Ambassador, welcome back to Uncensored.
Glad to be with you.
It seems to me we just don't know how this is going to play out. Donald Trump doesn't know. Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't know. I assume you wouldn't be bold enough to say you know. But from what we've seen in this first week of this war, what is the most likely end game here?
Well, I think the hope and the intention is that by striking...
If you don't know him, he used to work for Trump in the last administration, John Bolton. He was the National Secretary of Security or something like that.
The instruments of state power that threaten the U.S., threaten Israel, threaten the Gulf Arab states, and also repress the Iranian people, that we can degrade and ultimately destroy them in a way that brings the regime into serious crisis. It already has a succession crisis on its hands, and see fragmentation at the top of the regime, that the opposition and elements of the regime that would defect to the opposition take advantage of and bring the government down. The reason for this action is that Iran's nuclear threat and its terrorist threat are policies the regime will never change. In other words, their behavior is not going to change. And therefore, for the interest of U.S. national security and Israeli national security, the only alternative is regime change, which is what the objective is, whether the White House says it or not.
Right, I'm sure that is the objective, and Donald Trump has certainly suggested as much, albeit with the caveat of a number of other suggestions. And it seems to me that the least likely result here are to really witness any big uprising by the people, probably because just a few weeks ago, up to 30,000 of them were slaughtered by the regime's going nowhere. It might have different people at the top, but the Hydra remains intact. Wouldn't it be more honest of America and Israel to say that actually the intention all along has been to degrade the regime to a point where it's no longer as big a threat? Because that seems to me to be the most likely way out of this.
Well, I think the regime is at the weakest point it's been since it took power in 1979. And I would have said that on Friday before the strikes began. Among the people who matter somewhat, I suppose, the regime is as unpopular as anybody can ever measure. It's unpopular because its economic policies have wrecked daily life for most Iranians. It's unpopular among the young people. 2/3 of the
It's unpopular because the CIA is manipulating the citizens of Iran. And of course, their economic policy is going to be bad if they're going against America. America's been blocking them. Been blocking their oil trades and blocking their economic businesses. Meaning, basically, if you work with one of these terrorist state, supposedly terrorist state, you could get fined by the United States of America. Because technically you're not supposed to work with Iran, Russia. Because they're terrorist state, evil terrorist state. But we're the same shit.
The population is under 30. It's unpopular among the women who almost 3 years ago, when the regime killed the young Kurdish woman, Mahsa Amini, who refused to wear the hijab. And their protest strikes directly at the legitimacy of the Ayatollah's claim to power, the idea that they speak the word of God. The women said, when it comes to the dress code, you do not speak the word of God. And that calls into question the legitimacy of the Ayatollahs across the board. And then finally, the ethnic groups, the Kurds, the Azeris, the Balukis, the Arabs, are unhappy with the regime and beginning to take steps on their own. So if there were ever a time when the regime was weak, this is it. And the degradation of the instruments of state power should be saying to people, certainly in the regular military and perhaps in the Revolutionary Guard, the days of this regime are numbered. It cannot protect its supreme leader. It cannot protect its key assets, the nuclear weapons program and the ballistic missile program. It cannot protect itself. And if it cannot protect itself, it's only a matter of time before it falls. Which side do you want to be on?
Yeah, they're struggling, but they could protect themselves.
The survivorship bias you see online, on social media and on traditional media. Everyone.
Now, critics will say, listening to that, well, come off it, John Bolton. Let's go back to 2002, 2003. You would pretty much have made exactly the same speech in an interview like this about Iraq and about Saddam Hussein and about the threat from his weapons of mass destruction and the repressive impact he had on his people and women and so on. That, it's the same playbook 23 years later, but we've learned nothing. And that surely the lesson from the Iraq war was, if you don't really have a plan for after you topple the leader of a regime like this, then all hell can break.
Guys, why are we going to war with Iran if we don't have a plan after we take out the leader? We don't have a plan. Like, what are we going to do to that country? We're going to enforce it? We're going to transition a new dictatorship, a new leader? How are we going to do it? Trump is local. Like and subscribe. Comment. Trump is local.
Break loose, and actually you end up with 20 years of mayhem and ISIS and everything else.
Well, in fact, we did eliminate Saddam Hussein. We can debate the weapons of mass destruction issue. He kept 3,000 nuclear scientists and technicians together. He called his nuclear mujahideen, who had the intellectual capability to put the nuclear program back together. And I would say that our mistake in Iran was not that we.
By the way, I haven't live streamed in about a whole year. This is my first live stream this year.
Didn't have a plan, is that we had a plan that.
Since it's been more than a year. Last time my live stream was maybe summer or September of 2024. Or
Put the
December of 2024. One of those 2 months.
U.S. in the position through the Coalition Provisional Authority of being part of the Iraqi political scene. I think that was our mistake there. The issue for the United States is the threat of nuclear weapons and the threat of terrorism. I'd like to see a transition to some kind of system that the
Iran's been having nuclear weapons since before I was born. It's been 40 years since the government of Israel and the United States been saying Iran has massive nuclear weapons or massive.
The Iranians are satisfied with. It seems impossible to believe we could get a worse government than the one that's there now. But it's not possible to lay out a 500-page plan of what the day after will look like. And that's been true throughout human history, not just in Iraq in 2003. When the Americans declared independence from your ancestors, they didn't have a
I don't understand how a nation, a minority nation, causes all this war and destruction in the Middle East. What's going on in Gaza?
إغلاق المعابق للأسف بذكرنا بالعودة إلى المجاعة. إحنا الآن داخلين على مجاعة، المجاعة السوداء اللي كل أملهم في الله عز وجل إنهم يغادروا قطاع غزة من أجل التعافي والتوجه للمشافي الدولية للتعافي. فللأسف يتم إغلاق التعافي والتوجه للمشافي الدولية للتعافي. فللأسف يتم إغلاق المعابق في وجوههم، وهذا شيء مؤسف.
في إن تخوفات كتير في الحرب هذه اللي جاي، أي من أولها صار عندنا تسكير معبر، سكر علينا المعبر، من وين بدنا نعيش؟
أثرت على غزة كلها، سكرت المعابر وسكرت الاقتصاد عندنا وكل شيء غلي، ومش شايفين يعني.
This shit makes me sad. Pretty much everything in real life makes me sad now. Makes me want to give up. All these wars, all these economic uncertainty, all these violence, all these drug addicts.
حياة سعيدة. هذا هي حياتنا على الفرن، حياة مقتل، الحياة كلها تعب وشقى.
نتمنى حقيقة أن توقف الحرب ما تأثر علينا، لأنه إحنا دفعنا فواتير من بيوتنا، من أولادنا، من حياتنا، من تشتتنا. فهذه الحرب للأمانة كارثية بالنسبة لنا إحنا كفلسطينية.
Now they're stopping the food truck aid from coming in. Blaming Iran, the war with Iran. Blaming national security.
more crossings must be able to open to enable scale-up of the response to meet the immense needs of the people in the Strip. As we've said before, approximately 300,000 liters of fuel per day are required to maintain the critical humanitarian operations in Gaza, so it is essential that fuel continues to enter consistently until longer-lasting solutions of supply.
Haven't been on my laptop in a minute. I even forgot how to spell with one hand. Let me check. Why is this shit slow? This shit running slow. Let's go to Vice. First, let me take a YouTube detour. YouTube detour. Yeah, I seen videos about this, about wrestling in the subway station. Now they're making a full video of it. Vice News. I'm reacting to Vice News right now. What's up? Say hello in the chat. Hello, what's up? And I hope this shit's not lagging. Hey! What y'all doing? Why am I seeing it like this? What y'all doing?
We're doing a video. It's safe. It's safe. Trust me. We always do this. Subway Mania! Subway Mania! Subway Mania! Subway Mania! Subway Mania!
I'm used to seeing videos of wild situations on the New York City subway, but one particular group of people has stuck out for a while now: wrestling fans. I've always known wrestling fans to be very passionate, but getting together to do it on a moving subway train is next
Exactly. This is next level for wrestling fans. To do this shit on a moving train is some next
level. I'm headed up to Harlem to meet Tim Rivera. He created Subway Mania, and he's going to let us in on how he pulls it off without getting caught and what drives him to put on these matches.
What's up, yo? Welcome to my crib. We're using this table. We gotta, set it up and stuff like that. But this is actually, real wood. Yeah, we get it custom made just for somebody to get it put through it.
So you go through that later?
Hey, yeah, we got two. So I live here with my family. I got some of my accomplishments. The PWI, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, this was such an amazing accomplishment. The New York Post, when we did Sting versus Mankind, they made a page for us, and then this also got featured on New York One. I have this one right here. I would put this as number one, the New York Times article that we got featured on. And this was for the 2023 Subway Royal Rumble. I was Bret Hart and I was Hollywood Hogan. That's my version. My boy Marty, The Undertaker. I got my boy Chris, he's Shawn Michaels. And then I got my boy Macho. It's like, I would have never thought I'd be on the New York Times. Growing up, you know, like you see people from my neighborhood or just people from the city, you know, there's things that's not being presented in a positive light. By the grace of God, thank God that I've been on the news multiple times, but for something positive and for my accomplishments and for my creativity. Wrestling has been part of my life since I was a baby. My mom and dad were both wrestling fans, and Christmas, birthdays, like I would just get wrestling toys. I even have a VHS tape of my mom taking me to a toy store around here and buying a WWF toy.
You know which toy you want? Oh, over here!
He started watching wrestling when he was about 6 months old. Ever since then, we would either watch wrestling, I would either get him the little toys for wrestling, or just play the games, the cars. If you love what you do, you'll always be successful at that.
What's it like watching him on YouTube?
It just makes me really proud, honestly. He started all this, and he's loving what he does, and he's getting so many people surrounding him and getting them involved, and they love what they're doing. And where he's gonna go from here, only time will tell, but I know it's going to be big places.
This is the first ever Subway Mania title. Shout out to my boy Spag, you know, he helped bring this to life, and Spag is the one that plays Kane. We was using the WWE belts, you know, at the time it was the WWF. That belt, my mom got it for me when I graduated high school. Subway Mania started to get bigger, and it's like, no, we need our own belt. It needs to have like that real champion feel, you know, even if it's for the Subway, like we need this. So yeah, we got the OG Subway Mania logo, the city right here, you know, Statue of Liberty, New York City. And then we got the Subway on the other plates. You can see there's some like stones missing because we actually use this. We got the referee shirt here. My boy That Kid, he's the referee. He's been refereeing since the beginning. 7 years he's been ref. I got my boy Fest Kurt. He's gonna be playing the MTA security guard. The MTA is part of the character. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So that sometimes you gotta mix comedy with reality. And I got my girl's costume here. We're debating between the green and the pink. So, and then she got her knee pads here. Since I'm being Kurt Angle tonight, I got the American flag. I got my singlet here. And since Kurt Angle was an Olympic gold medalist, my little brother did win an award for social studies. I put this around my neck and I feel like an Olympic gold medalist. I feel like wrestling has gotten me through a lot of stuff. Put on a wrestling episode, the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era. I just block everything out. It definitely helps, man. I never wanted to be a wrestler. I just love.
I'm sorry to skip it, but I'm missing 20 subscribers to hit 1,700, please. Like, comment, and share this video.
The characters, the character development, the music, the costumes. There's moments where you get really happy. There's moments where you get really sad, nervous. You know, who's gonna win? Who's gonna rumble? Just so many emotions, man, and it brings people together.
I saw on your Instagram you posted secret location, didn't leave it up long.
Posting, deleting, and it needs to be a fair amount of people, but I also can't really control it, you know, because it's the MTA, like it's not like a venue, you know what I mean? We don't have a bouncer in the front doing the, all right, 300 people, 200 people. Like, no, this is anybody could come. Anybody could come.
What's up, y'all?
This is Spag right here, man. Kane, Mick Foley, RVD, Juan Cena. We've been from neighbors to family.
That's literally. I'm not gonna lie, Tim changed a lot of people's lives, especially mine. It wasn't Subway Mania. I don't know, man. I probably just still be working, no hobbies. This Subway Mania, this is like a life. Like it's a whole childhood. Even other people that we just met doing this, nervousness, fun, excitement, that battle scars, everything, son. Everything.
That's in the video? Yeah. Last video that you're doing? Yeah.
I can promise.
This one is the first one. It was just a promo. We didn't know what we were doing. You know, I had my boy Dwayne. I was like, yo, go to the corner. It's New York, man. The floor, just the poles, the seats, you know, just the crowded area, you know what I mean? There's always an audience on the subway.
And yes, I am a WWE fan, or I used to be, in the 1990s and early 2000s. I like the Attitude Era. I like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, The Rock, and Shawn Michaels. Those are my top 5. Let me know your top 5 in the comment section down below.
You can go to...
Show me love, man. Comment. Say whatever your heart desires. Say if you hate this video, if you think I'm ugly, if you think I'm a black monkey, whatever you think, comment down below.
A WWE show, probably like 3-4 times a year. They come to New York. AEW, TNA, but it's rare to go to Subway Mania. You know, every Subway Mania is different. You don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect tonight. So it's a roller coaster, but then when we do it, it's like, fuck yeah. Like, you know, we're on the train, like we're uniting people together. No one's getting hurt. Everyone's cheering. There's people that's bringing their kids.
Have you ever had any trouble with the MTA?
We never gotten into trouble, but you know, we've gotten stopped here and there, but you know, it never stopped us from completing the video.
Any video. Let's say today we're shooting, you're almost done with your shoot, MTA workers bust in and bust the whole thing up. What's going through your head?
We're not stopping.
Yeah, we're not stopping. That actually happened. The Subway Rumble 2020.
It was a part where we had the glass bottle.
Oh yeah.
That was
on us. That was on us.
Yeah, we used the sugar with a sugar glass bottle. It was a fake bottle, but you know.
We was in a rush and we recorded on the first cart. That wasn't smart. That was a lesson learned. But train stopped and
the conductor screaming for the cops. Cart one, there's a fight. Cart one. And then everybody, the fans, everybody just like roaches.
Okay, man. Boom. There you go. Boom. Just turn, and then I'll figure it out. Yeah. If that's how you turn, I'll figure it out. Got a real one. We made it official on WrestleMania.
Yes. So, in order to be with my...
Oh, that's cute. That's awesome. Wow. I wish I had a girlfriend YouTuber. Like a girl that does the same thing I do, like live stream or do YouTube. The things like that, things creatively. I will appreciate that. I hope one day soon I'm gonna have that.
I needed to become a fan. And you know what? It happened. I play Lita, which is so awesome. This was an idea, of course, that Tim had. He was like, babe, do you want to go through a table? Do you want to play Lita? Do you want to smash bag? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So really excited. It's something that I get to share with my man, which is so beautiful. And I love his creativity and I love his mind. And I love being able to participate in
God bless my boy.
I really have a great support system, a loving support system. And they know that I'm here no matter what. Like, I'll drop everything to support and be there for them.
This is a great time for me to go heal.
And I think I gotta stop it. Let me take a breather. Whew. Let me take a breather. I don't want no copyright claims. I was almost monetized last year, and instead of me getting monetized, I got my YouTube channel got disabled, demonetized, and I had to wait 3 months to reinstate the process. Shit is crazy. Try your best not to go through a lot. You want to go through it, but don't go through it a lot like I did. Like, make sure YouTube is not targeting your channel type shit.
Real quick.
Subway Mania! Subway Mania!
After getting everyone over to his place, Tim has to get everything organized. He's been utilizing social media all day to let fans know what platform to meet at.
Nervous. the person that was supposed to do music is.
Shout out to him. I'm gonna look for TikTok and I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna follow him on TikTok. I see he has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna follow him on TikTok.
Is not able to, so I don't have nobody doing music. If y'all could let me know who's doing music. I already got the thing listed, like who's coming out 1, 2, 3, 4. The spots, the cues. I gotta worry about police, MTA. It's just so many things I gotta worry about. So it's just like, yeah, let's see what happens next.
Have fun, guys.
Hide the Seeds Wrestling and Subway Mania about to come live. Wow, I think I do a good promoter talk.
This is it! Woo!
Finally, it's game time. We're going to pick up his team of wrestlers as we ride the subway to the secret location where everyone has been informed to meet up at. Hopefully, we avoid detection and pull the show off. What do you think? Don't be someone's subway story?
Definitely many people's subway story, you know? And I think it's a good story.
Are you gonna be practicing on the platform?
I'm only doing like 2 rehearsals, bro. I gotta drill the table. I gotta set up the table on the train, like literally right here in the middle.
This is the last stop on this train. Everyone, please.
All right, so we're getting ready to dress up as King. We do it just like this. Shorts gotta come off. I got the UGG boots. I've been using these boots because it's all I had is New York. It goes with it. I got the belt. Gotta put it on this way. It's the easiest way.
New York City subway platform in the summer.
It's the hottest place to be.
I got the fans coming. Look at them. They're all coming right now.
Subway Mania. What brought you out here?
I'm a big wrestling fan, and this reminds me of being a kid and just wrestling with your friends.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking positive. I'm staying positive, yeah.
Is this like one of the coolest wrestling experiences you can have?
Honestly, yeah. In the place where I grew up, seeing people wrestle in this train station, like, that's amazing.
Is it a first date?
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
New York, yeah.
First day in New York and you've come to Subway Mania.
Yes.
I'm new in town, but everywhere I've been, the wrestling community is passionate, down for fun, and loud, and boisterous, and good people.
What do you expect from today?
Mayhem. Like mayhem. I want to see somebody go through a table.
I sincerely believe that someone's going to die tonight.
You stay tuned, interviewer guy, yeah.
You have it listen, you type it in, and then you go digging.
You literally just drag it in, and it'll be an audio clip.
This
We're about to have the first rehearsal for Subway Mania here. They only rehearse one time. They shoot one time on the subway. This isn't some big production. They get it done in one try.
When I go to the choke stand, bro, brace yourself here. Give me a nice big jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 minutes. 5 minutes? This train or next train? Okay, we'll keep a lookout. One of the table legs came off. We lost the table leg.
Get on this one. Get on.
There we go.
This is where we prep our shit.
Yeah, that's good. Can I get the blanket? Where's the belt at? Vito! Hey, need the belt. I'm gonna tell you when to come after me. When you see me go for the punch. Right. Them ones over there. Whatever it's feeling, everybody get how you do. Everybody should be behind in their order anyway, so we don't even have to be that quiet.
They get quiet in between every stop. They're getting quiet so they don't get caught when the doors open.
Yeah, we're sitting at the staircase. So wait, it's a lady wearing all black. She's taking notes. Oh, actually, and then, you know. Oh, boy.
Out with the old and in with the new. We're gonna unveil the new Subway Mania Championship.
Man, those belts, It looks just like the one from TV. How much you pay for it, girl? A couple $100,000?
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Coming out after you, man. Like after you made that shit out.
It's not a fight situation. It's not a fight situation.
Yeah. These guys, they really look like actors, man. Their social media, they celebrities. These are professional wrestlers. I'm looking at. They look better than WWE. Shit, WWE should do some shit like that and get on the train station and do a live performance for the viewers like us. Choke slam. I gotta rewatch that. I love choke slams.
That's not a fight situation.
Yeah, man, yo, this shit fun. I just got slammed through a table.
Randy Savage! Randy Savage!
Y'all coming out now? Yo, I love when they close the doors and everything is just flowing perfectly, bro. Yeah.
That King character, I feel like I met him before. I feel like I met him in my lifetime, but I forgot his name. He's a cool guy.
You suck! You suck! You suck!
Yeah, hopefully, you know, police don't get involved. Nothing. This is all rehearsed. This is, yo, don't do this at home. Don't do this shit at home at all.
This is where I found him. I found him doing a video with Matt Hardy in the train station on TikTok. Fuck, my internet's slow. Yes. Look at the video. Yes.
That little piggy booked a villa. This little piggy booked a hotel.
This season, you've got places to go, people to see, and things to do. You may have already gotten vaccinated for flu and COVID-19, but other respiratory illnesses are still out there. If you're 50 or older, even if you're healthy, it may be important to help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia. And if you have certain health conditions, it may be important.
that started with this video, I just want to say shout out to Matt Hardy for showing them love and hopping in this video and doing this collab in the subway station, knowing it's illegal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Subway Mania! And All Out Brawl's happening! What the hell is going on? It's rush hour, you sicko! Someone stop this madness! No. Someone's going to get badly hurt! What are they setting up for? This is why the MTA is raising the fare for stuff like this! My blood pressure is skyrocketing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God! Stop it, please! Is that a table? Don't do it! No, no, no! Stop the match, please! My God, this is insane! No, 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 no! 3D! What the hell is going on? Someone call the damn ambulance! Get the paramedics!
He's doing his thing, man. Who would have thought? Make an idea, making wrestling go to New York City train station. I could see this being big in the summer. I could see this them performing that in Times Square, not in the train station like inside the subway, but inside the station like where Grand Central is.
Please! Don't tell me! It's the Hardy Boys!
It's the Hardy Brothers. Please like and subscribe. It's the Hardy Brothers!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Hardy Boys! The Hardy Boys are here! You broke the table! That's Matt and Jeff Hardy! What the hell is going on? How the hell did they get Matt and Jeff Hardy on the freaking subway? The Hardy Boys are here! Jeff Hardy's doing his dance! Oh my God! What a moment, ladies and gentlemen! I have goosebumps! The Subway Mania universe cannot believe what they are seeing! They are legends, ladies and gentlemen! Legends! Expect the unexpected here at Subway Mania! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steve Moreno, and I will see you at the next one. Good night.
Shout out to him, man. Please go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Shout out to him.
Get the ride. The final boss. Final boss. Been working hard and been training hard, eating his vitamins. Cody Crown, baby. I got that right. Damn out.
Anyways, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not indulged? Or am I just the only one that's entertained? Let me switch this video. I still got time. I'm trying to stream for 1 more hour. Smoke some sour. Oh yeah, the Tubi news. Tubi news. Tubi did a deal with Cartoon Network. Tubi News, Cartoon Network.
Hoppers is the funniest movie of the year. Yeah. I offer you my soothing oils. It's
Tubi actually stays winning. Users on Twitter have been discussing how they don't think there should be advertisements on Tubi and or have been getting extremely mad at Tubi for having ads. And because of this, Toonhive posted a tweet responding to this backlash on Tubi's behalf by more or less calling those people clowns, as whilst Tubi does have ads, it's also a completely free streaming service. Tubi also just doesn't even have that many ads. They play like 1 or 2 and then
Cartoon Network shows have always been hard to find on streaming, and when HBO Max launched in 2020, it promised to be a haven for the studio's iconic catalog. But jump to 2026 and well, there's nothing. A majority of Cartoon Network's catalog has been eradicated from the service. And while plenty of their 2010s titles have found a home over on Hulu, the real nostalgic hits of the late 90s and early 2000s went without a streaming home. Until now, as a new challenger has stepped into the ring, Tubi, rescuing a buttload of animated series, including the Cartoon Network catalog, and hosting them on their service for free, making these shows very accessible to a new generation. So not only do I want to talk about all the animated goodness that's coming to Tubi, but also put some worries to rest, as a lot of people fear that a stronger library will lead to Tubi becoming a paid service, which I believe isn't even on the table. So let's dive right in. A couple of days ago, Tubi tweeted, "My cartoon era begins March 1st, sharing a list consisting of classics such as..." Oh my god! Do y'all got blackmail on Zaslav or something? Damn! It's like the motherlode of Hanna-Barbera, Cartoon Network, and Warner Bros. Animated series.
They bringing back all the OGs. Tubi's bringing back all the cartoons, man. All the old cartoons. Dexter, Ed and Eddie, Teen Titans, Justice League. I gotta be on the Poppy Pokemon, all types of shit. I gotta be on it. I'm on it.
Abbott and Costello cartoons, the 1974 Addams Family, The Adventures of Batman, Animaniacs, Aquaman, Astro and the Space Mutts, Adam Ant, Baby Looney Tunes, Sick Days Just Got Lit Again, Batman the Brave and the Bold, The Cool Scooby-Doo, Beetlejuice, The OG Ben 10, Beware the Batman, Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels, Captain Planet, Codename Kids Next Door, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dastardly and Muttley and Their Flying Machines, Dexter's Laboratory, Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, Dragon's Lair, Duck Dodgers! You know what, we can just stop right here. 2v1, they got Duck Dodgers. Man, kiss my ass, HBO Max. Dukes and Dazzard, the animated series. Dumb and Dumber, the animated series. Who remembers? Now that's a deep cut. Dynamite Dog Wonder. Ed, and Eddie.
Oh my god, they're bringing all the cartoons back. I gotta watch it. I haven't been on Tubi lately, but I'm gonna start watching Tubi soon, and I'm gonna catch up on all my favorite cartoons, and I think you should too.
Evil Con Carne, Flintstone Family Adventures, Flintstone Kids, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Freakazoid, Great Great Ape, Help It's the Hair Bear Bunch, Hong Kong Phooey, Johnny Quest, Justice League Action, Crypto the Superdog, Legion of Superheroes, Lunatics Unleashed, Looney Tunes 3D Shorts, Looney Tunes Cartoons, Mad, Magilla Gorilla, Mucha Lucha, New Looney Tunes Show aka Wabbit, New Scooby-Doo Mysteries, Paddington Bear, Pebbles and Bam Bam, Perils of Penelope Pitstop, Pinky and the Brain, Pinky Elmira and the Brain, The Powerpuff Girls, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, Quick Draw McGraw, Ricochet Rabbit, Scooby and Scrappy-Doo, Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. Incorporated, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue, Smurfs, Snagglepuss, Static Shock, Super Friends, Supernatural the anime series. Wait, what?
They're bringing all the bangers.
This may be the last ad you ever see.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck ads. Banger anime. Banger cartoons.
this, 2011? Dude, back in high school, we spent so much time in graphic design class just watching Supernatural over and over. That show became one of my hyperfixations at some point, not really by choice. And I never knew they had an anime series? Oh my goodness. Do you know how many people are about to find this on Tubi and go, wait, is this actually real? I don't know, that's crazy. Let's move on.
It's called anime.
I love Supernatural, but I love the show. I never seen the cartoon. They have a cartoon? Okay. Interesting. Sounds like I gotta get on it.
And it's an art form.
Actually, no, let's not move on because why do they got Sam out here looking like Light Yagami? Can we get Powerpuff Girl Z up in here? Hello? Tasmania, Teen Titans, The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, The Batman, The Completely Mental Misadventures of Ed Grimley, The Frankenstones, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, The Heathcliff and Dingbat Show, The Mask Animated Series, The
Cartoons you can't even find online, to be honest. Some of these cartoons is hard to find online, but Tubi got them now. They locked in.
New Adventures of Batman, The New Adventures of Gilligan, The New Fred and Barney Show, The New Scooby-Doo Movies, The Plastic Man Comedy Adventure Show, The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, The Secret Squirrel Show, The Super Globetrotters, The Yogi Bear Show, Tiny Toon Adventures, Tom and Jerry Comedy Show, Tom and Jerry Kids, The Tom and Jerry Show, Tom and Jerry Tales, Top Cat, Unikitty, Wacky Races 2017, Shaolin Showdown, Yo Yogi, Yogi's Galaxy Goof Ups, Yogi's Gang, Yogi's Space Race, and finally Yogi's Treasure Hunt. I did not know half of these existed, but the titles actually launching on March 1st are Animaniacs, Powerpuff Girls, Teen Titans, The Batman, Ben 10, Pinky and the Brain, Justice League, Batman the Brave and the Bold, Dexter's Laboratory, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Tasmania, Foster's, Kids Next Door, The Mask, and Yogi's Gang. Wow, dude, that is so much, and it's really telling when it comes to what Tubi is going for. They definitely are catering to the old heads of all the Hanna-Barbera picks. I'm talking if you're in your late 30s or your 40s or your 50s. That's the crowd who's most likely to remember all these shows and try to expose it to their kids, maybe their nieces, nephews, grandchildren, you get the idea. As someone who never dug too deep into the Hanna-Barbera library, I'm mostly familiar with all the big hits such as the Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, etc. So I am excited to finally check out some of these shows. But once again, they're clearly trying to cater to those who grew up in the 2000s, with not only the Cartoon Network titles, but the WB shows, a few of which have never made it to streaming.
Cartoons, like, I was able to watch the cartoons like once or twice a week because I didn't have cable type shit. And by the time I became an older teenager, I forgot about cartoon and I started focusing more on anime and like real life shows and stuff like that. You know, I moved on, but now I'm back on it. My nostalgia is back.
In the United States before, not even on HBO Max, like Duck Dodgers, Shaolin Showdown, and Mucha Lucha. Lunatics Unleashed is definitely a surprise, but a welcomed addition. It just felt like Warner Bros. Was, embarrassed of that show's existence, dodging its acknowledgement at any cost. I may not remember a single plot point or episode from that show, but I still kinda liked it. Was it weird that the main cast of characters were descendants of the Looney Tunes versus just being a different take on them, like Duck Dodgers? Yeah. Did it probably take itself too seriously? Again, I don't remember anything, but probably. Did it still have aura and dashes of bright, pretty colors that tickled my brain as a kid? Yeah, and sometimes that's enough. I will say, while this lineup is stacked, it also feels a little incomplete. I'm guessing anything that's currently on HBO Max and Hulu are off limits, as we have some 2010 shows as Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated and Unikitty. We're missing some pretty big titles like Adventure Time, Regular Show, Chowder, and Flapjack. There's also some glaring omissions from the 2000s like Samurai Jack. A lot of the franchises also feel incomplete, as we have the 05 Ben 10, but there's no sign of Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, or Omniverse. We have the OG Justice League and Justice League Action, which is a separate series entirely, but we don't have Justice League on Limited or Young Justice, or the Batman and Superman shows that got this universe rolling. They're working with what they got, and it won't be a problem right away, but over time, people are gonna burn through these shows and get frustrated when the next part of the story just isn't available. So hopefully they're planning to add them over time. This is really exciting, and I'm happy that people either get to revisit their childhood memories or experience shows that they missed out on growing up, though I hope they add some sleeper hits like OKKO or Infinity Train. Come on, Tubi, you know.
Man, I'm so hyped for this
you want to. But now I want to switch gears and talk about this thread by Animated Plus, discussing why Tubi switching over to a paid subscription probably isn't happening in our lifetime. For starters, Tubi is an advertising-based video-on-demand service, while Netflix, Paramount Plus, and Hulu are subscription video-on-demand services. Now this is important because when it comes to content, the shows and movies on these platforms, different licenses exist for AVOD and SVOD. If Tubi were to switch over to a subscription-based service, they'd have to relicense everything, which would cost quite a pretty penny, and those competitors already own the SVOD rights to a lot of the overlapping shows. So maybe the shows that aren't coming to Tubi that are already on other platforms are just too expensive for them to acquire at the moment, or Tubi just felt as if
I'm already thinking about the next video I'm about to react to. On today's video, YouTube family, I'm reacting to is actually Cartoon Network Miracle. The news is Tubi has purchased the rights to Cartoon Network's old catalog, and honestly saved the network. I don't know what happened between HBO and Paramount Plus, but they don't want Cartoon Network. And since 2023, the Cartoon Network studio, it doesn't exist no more. There's no such thing as Cartoon Network Studios. Like, they canceled it, the big elites, the big producers in Hollywood, the niggas that run HBO and Paramount. So to see this, it is a miracle.
they weren't worth it since they are available elsewhere. They want to stand out by offering the shows you can't get anywhere else. The next reason we won't see Tubi putting up paywalls anytime soon is that it was reported at the end of October 2025 that the service actually turned a profit much earlier than expected. Its revenue growth shot up 27% and viewing time rose by 18%. Now that revenue growth is impressive because they were just shooting for somewhere between the 20 to 25% range. The streamer's also been growing internationally, launching in the UK.
Yeah, I saw the Tubi news. I've been clowning on Tubi for a little while. Like, I'm not the most...
I'm reacting to the YouTube god. Not my god, but the YouTube god, YouTube GOAT, Moist Critical. And his reaction to the Tubi being, Cartoon Network being on Tubi.
familiar with it, but when we were going through like the streaming services rabbit hole where everything is a streaming service and half of them you haven't even heard of, just like the wackiest ones that are just actual glup shitto tier names, Tubi was one of them that we kind of clowned on. But then I saw their catalog here. They're adding some of the all-time great cartoons to their catalog, so much so that I think this is just like an actual game changer in the streaming landscape. Just look at this list of some of the shit they've added. Codename Kids Next Door, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Batman Brave and the Bold, Ben 10, Dexter's Lab, Ed, Edd and Eddy, Foster's Home, Justice League, Pinky and the Brain, Powerpuff Girls, Teen Titans, Batman. And it's an incredibly stacked catalog now that they have. So I'm becoming somewhat of a Tubi fan. That is incredible news. No subscriptions and all ad-free, which is something I didn't know, in my defense, when we clowned on it a while ago. I did not know that. No one told me that. Didn't Tubi make shit ads a while back? You're thinking of Quibi. That was the one where they, like, paid millions and millions of dollars in marketing and millions of dollars on these, like, absolute dog shit movies that are, like, 40 minutes long that were terrible.
I can't believe it. Even Moist Critical likes this news of Tubi, and now he's like not going to disrespect Tubi anymore. He's giving Tubi his flowers. I like that. I think that's cool.
That was Quibi. Or nope, that's not the name of it. What the hell was it called? Oh no, it was Quibi. I did get it right. You're thinking of this. No, Tubi actually used to blow. It's just gotten better. Okay, then maybe it was truly the perfect time to
watch Tubi. The next 5 years is going to be up there with the Netflix and the Hulus and the Disney Plus. Give it 5 more years. Watch.
clown on it, and now they're good. Unironically ahead of its time, now all people do is watch movies and shows on TikTok. You're talking about Quibi? You're not wrong. The way that people consume content has drastically changed. So actually, they were ahead of their time. People literally watch House exclusively through YouTube Shorts, for example. Tubi still has a ton of extremely fun bad movies like Tales of the Detroit Pig Lady. Tales of the Detroit Pig Lady? That's a Tubi original? Like, what is this? One of Nolan's earlier works? What the hell?
Yes, that is a Tubi original. Tubi got a lot of weird ass movies, but it's made by authentic creators. People like me and you that pick up a camera and decides to be a movie producer. That's what Tubi does, and Tubi gives us a way to make money and to showcase our talent. So do not come at Tubi, my guy.
Is Detroit Pig Lady. This looks interesting. Oh, it just started playing. Hold on. The whole thing just immediately started playing. That's so hype. What an easy service to use. The Detroit legend of an old woman who lived on the block. They say she resembles a pig and will appear if you say her name 3 times in a dark room. So it's Bloody Mary, but for the Detroit Pig Lady. The
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's like a funny horror movie.
Blood of La Llorona. Wait, maybe I need to watch some of this Tubi trash.
Good trash. Good trash. Good trash, my nigga. Tubi, good trash. You feel me? It gives people a chance. It's trash for you, but somebody dedicated their mind to write that script, hire the actors, and shoot the film. So, you know, for me, it's not trash, but you know, it's good trash.
Wait, these might go kind of hard. The Walk of Rufus 2, Theotis. The Priest Thanksgiving Massacre. Die 2-4. What does that mean? Die 2-4? I can't even process what that could mean. Oh, it's 2 die 4. Oh my god, the formatting on that is worse than the Don't Open Dead Inside one. Don't Dead Open Inside. It's under the picture. Oh, I didn't even look. I was just looking at the...
Just even some of the movie title, To Die For, whatever, it's funny and it's spelled wrong, but the roast, Priest Thanksgiving Massacre, Cryptid, it's weird and shit, but
I was too drawn in for the actual the text at the bottom. Horror anthology of short horror films from cult underground indie horror filmmakers.
Also, this is a reaction video. This is my take. This is my opinions on this. Please, YouTube, don't take this video down like you always do. Don't hate on me, YouTube. Because you see me live streaming for more than an hour, then you decide to give me copyright claims and copyright strikes. So I gotta fucking pause this video. Let's take a smoke break. Don't drop. Stay in school, kids. Finish your homework, stay in school, have fun, appreciate God, appreciate family.
From across the globe that will make your heart race. Bombshell Butcher. Creepy Tales of Pizza and Gore. Bro, I'm gonna have to watch some of this Tubi shit. This sounds awesome. You aren't ready for the meals Tubi is prepared to serve you up. No, I don't think so. I can handle their strongest potions. I have seen so much shit, there is nothing on Tubi that's gonna be worse than some of the things I've already seen. Bro, these movies literally have like $20 budgets. I mean, that's cool. Hey, even if the 99% of this is trash, it's cool that they at least give them a platform.
Exactly. It's cool they give these content creators a platform to showcase their skills and get paid. Like YouTube should be paying me for me wasting my time and showing my skills to you.
To slap it on.
And expressing my creativity.
Whatever. I can't even be mad at that. And the fact that they now have some of the best... it's not even up for debate. The fact that they have the best catalog when it comes to animation now. Well, we'll say cartoons. I'm a Tubi fan. It feels like a piracy streaming site layout. A little bit, huh? So how does Tubi make money if it's completely ad-free and no subscription? What's their monetization model?
Nobody knows, but they're doing... Nah, they got ads there. I don't know what you're talking about. They got ads on Tubi.
Is this some kind of like honey level shadiness? Like, what do they do? It does have ads. Oh, okay. Why does chat keep fucking lying then? Okay, so they do have ads. Tubi owned by Fox, so not super cash constrained. That doesn't mean anything, man. Companies will squeeze every last penny out of their bottom line they can find. That doesn't matter. Even piracy.
If you like this live stream, please subscribe. You know what to do. Subscribe before I crash out.
Sites have ads these days. I believe it. What happened to the League of Legends arc? Oh man, I'll spoil this a little bit, I suppose. I made a joke a while ago, like after we won the Demacia Cup, about doing like a full documentary, and we have gone hog wild on that documentary. So we got a huge documentary coming up about our Demacia Cup win as we prep for our next clash for the Noxus Cup. So we went.
Woo! I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I think I'm about to log out.
We went hard on the documentary following we found the G-Spot. But I'm still deep in that League of Legends arc. Holy shit, put it on Tubi! We should do that. It is very high quality. I think people will be very excited. We got the Shopify Rebellion editing squad on it. Well, I don't want to spoil it too much, because we also have a really, really big surprise with it that kind of blew the scale of it way over our expectations. We might have got a little too big with it. I hope there's interviews with faces in the darkness for anonymity. we got a couple little gags in there, not quite to that level though. We were filming some of it today. A lot of it I don't think will make the final cut. It maybe when
I want to give a shout out to my new subscribers that I gained this past month, 490 days. There it is. Dawn Will and Summer Fan, Jennifer Aponte. It's everything. Ada, Eddie, Will Hargis, Universe of the Universe, Cassandra Charles, Slow Making, Henry Zumara, Big Mama, OJ Manjo Nico 216. Who else? I'm shouting my out because I love them. Life of J, 80 Porter, Eric Dominiques, Bernette Aquino, Norwegian username, Easy0707, Tejas Christian. Thank you all. Thank you. For all these new subscribers, I gave them all thank you. This year, I want to start off strong. I want to make more content. I want to do more live stream. I want to be more active on this platform. And hopefully get to my YouTube journey, my destination, which